So you're thinking about making a move to New Braunfels, Texas. In this video, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about New Braunfels on a map. Let's dive in. If this is your first time to our channel and you would like to know everything there is to know about living in San Antonio, Texas and its surrounding cities like New Braunfels, make sure you subscribe or tap the bell for notifications to ensure that you are one of the first to be notified when we bring you new market updates. My name is Katie Powers, and my husband Steven Garza and I get phone calls, emails, and texts from people just like you every single day who are looking to make a move into the area. Whether you're 6 days or 6 months away from making that transition, we would absolutely love to hear from you. All of our information is listed right below. Feel free to reach out. Steve and I would be honored to be your realtors of choice. Now let's dive into this gorgeous, cute, quaint little city of New Braunfels, Texas. All right, so here we are on a map. As you can see, New Braunfels is right here. It's very large. It's actually going to come pretty much like this. And then you have San Antonio down here. You have San Marcos up here. And as you go further up I-35, you will run into Austin. So very centrally located in terms of between San Antonio and Austin. It's closer to San Antonio than Austin, but really easy commute to either. You're right off the I-35 freeway. It is a straight shot from San Antonio to Austin. New Braunfels is right in the middle of it, and so is San Marcos. So these are some really great cities that are growing really big. So I do want to just point out, you will start to see as San Antonio grows and Austin grows, all of those cities in between are going to continue to grow. A great example of this is Fort Worth and Dallas. If you look at them on a map, you really can't tell where Fort Worth ends and Dallas begins. I do see that in our future between Austin and San Antonio, clearly not for a very long time, but both cities are growing at a rapid pace, which is causing the cities in between to grow as well. New Braunfels used to be a very small little town where everybody knew everybody's name, very similar to Bernie and Bulverde and all of these little towns outside of San Antonio, but they are starting to grow, and New Braunfels is gaining a lot of traction. So we're gonna go over all of the wonderful things about New Braunfels so you can decide if this is a great area for you to relocate with your family. So let's go over timing. So from New Braunfels into North San Antonio, you are 15 minutes. From New Braunfels into San Marcos, you are 10 to 15 minutes. To Canyon Lake, you are 25 minutes, only because you have to find some routes to go. They're smaller roads. It's not a straight shot. You've got to kind of maneuver to get there. There's multiple ways to get there, but 20 to 30 minutes to get to Canyon Lake. If you want to go to Bulverde, 20 minutes. If you want to get to Bernie, 45 minutes. If you want to get to Austin, you're 45 minutes from South Austin. If you want to get into the airport of San Antonio, which is right around here, you would come in this way and take 410 right to the airport. That would take you about 35 minutes. And to downtown San Antonio, I would give yourself 40 minutes. It's really just going to depend on time of day and traffic. If you have watched any of our videos, then you do know that I-35 does go all the way from really the southern tip of Texas all the way up to Canada. So it is the most traveled freeway from San Antonio to Dallas. So that area, which is a 4 to 5 hour drive on I-35, is the most traveled, right? We've got lots of truckers and commuters and all of those things. So it's growing, but that is directly where New Braunfels is located, right off I-35. So here's New Braunfels. We're zoomed in a little bit. some of the great things, we're going to go over a lot of things here, but the main things I want to cover are your roads. Of course, like I've been saying, I-35 runs right through it. So does 46. Now 46 is what we consider a state highway. So you will see on the signs, it says SH 46. We just call it 46, just so you know. So 46 gets cut up by this great little loop that they added, which is loop 337. It goes on the outskirts of New Braunfels. This will save you so much time. It's wonderful. It's very quick. And then 46 continues on this way on the other side of New Braunfels. If you were to go through downtown New Braunfels and just go straight, it's just stoplight, stoplight, stoplight. So you could do that. It's just once they put in this 337 loop, it's been amazing, time saver to get where you want to go. You also have Green, Texas, which is right here. It is really, New Braunfels has grown kind of around Green, but this is a great place to visit. If you are coming to the San Antonio area and kind of wanting some like touristy things to do, or just want to see what Green is about, I highly suggest checking it out. They have a great dance hall, great restaurants, cute little boutique shops that you can go, and then it's right off the Guadalupe River. So very cute. Now you do have two rivers that go through New Braunfels. You have the Guadalupe River that comes down this way, and then you have the Comal River on this side. Now it is very wide over here, so they call it Lake Dunlap, but it's really the Comal River. So you have two rivers. This is a really great activity. When you watch our pros and cons of New Braunfels, we do cover this. It gets hot in Texas, and having those water activities is something that you really want to think about when you're moving to somewhere, especially if you're coming from, you know, the northern states where you're used to the cold and not used to 105 degrees for summer with humidity. It is not Arizona dry heat, it is humid. So depending on where you're coming from, you might want to take some consideration on the humidity that you have. It is hot. But we have great water activities. So you do have these rivers, people tube them all the time. It's a really fun time. It's a great experience. I would highly suggest at least doing that once before, you know, mark it off your bucket list. Make sure you try it. You do have New Braunfels Schlitterbahn Water Park right in downtown New Braunfels. This is one of the best water parks I have been to. They have Schlitterbahns in other places, like down in the valley where I grew up. That one is really small. This one here in New Braunfels is huge. It will take you the whole day, if not the weekend, to do it all. But you want to wear your kids out, get a season pass to Schlitterbahn. It will wear them out. They will go home and sleep like a baby. It is wonderful. So that is another water activity. And then of course, like we said in the beginning, you do have Canyon Lake just northwest to New Braunfels, and that is only 20 to 30 minutes. The lake is low as of 2025, so they don't have any boat ramps open right now, but hopefully we get some rain here soon so they can reopen up the boat ramps and we can go back to skiing and enjoying that river. Now you can still, that lake, I'm sorry. Now you still can get into the lake. You just have to walk pretty far to get into the lake because there's not a lot of water, but they are not allowing boats at this time because it's the ramps. The water has, you know, dried up so far that the ramps kind of stop. So they aren't letting boats in. It's a little too low, a little too dangerous for boats, but you can still beat the heat by going hanging out in the water. Same with these rivers. Me and Tegan, when my son was younger, we would just go and hang out with friends and just put our little camping chairs, folding chairs right on the riverbed, and it's all rocky, so make sure you get river shoes. But we would just post up there. We would put our chairs in there, put a little tent shade over because I'm a redhead and I burn like crazy. And even though my sweet little boy is half Hispanic. He still burns like his mama. So we would put up a tent shade and beat the heat that way, and we would just hang out in the water. And the water, honestly, guys, is like knee deep. In some sections, it might be waist deep, but you don't really have to worry about your kids. They can hang out and they have fun. It's a great time. So I'll put that out there. It's a great time. It's definitely worth hanging out. New Braunfels is very, very family friendly. Okay, so I wanted to bring you in. This is kind of a cool feature. I love that Google lets you just look around, but this is Landa Park. And after we go through this, I'll show you exactly where Landa Park is. It is right smack dab in the middle of New Braunfels. So you have Schlitterbahn and then you have Landa Park. It is a massive park right downtown New Braunfels, and it is right on the river. As you can see, the river right here. They've got, you know, little barbecue spots and picnic tables. And then if you keep going, I mean, this park is huge. They also have a golf course on the other side over here, but big park. All of this is free. It's free to go to this park. And I will tell you, during summer days, this is all the picnic tables. You want to get there a little early to get yourself a picnic table. This river is full of people in their tubes going down the river. It's a very family friendly area. And of course they have public restrooms and everything, as you can see here, but very, very beautiful. There's the golf carts. You can see people golfing, but this is a really great area. As you can see, it's green. I've heard a lot of people tell me that come from out of state, and they're like, oh, I didn't expect Texas to be so green. Yes, we are the wild, wild west, but we do have trees. We don't have maple trees and things like that change color year round. Our trees really do look like this year round. We stay green. Now in the summertime, this grass probably won't look as green. It'll look a little dead because it'll look like this, because we just need more water. But overall, we stay green. We have great tree cover. Look, there's a little playground there. There's just a lot to do in New Braunfels, lots of family activities that you can do. So this is another part of Landa Park, just further down. As I said, this is a very large park. You can see the sign for Landa Park. They have, you know, concerts out here. This is also the river. The whole city is built around these rivers, so it's very pretty. But as you can see, very small town, not, you know, the city is growing outside of New Braunfels, all of the homes and development. So overall, you know, the actual city of New Braunfels is very small and cute, but you've got all of these cute little bridges, and that gives you a better view of that. This is, I believe, not under construction anymore, but they have a lot of concerts and things out here right off the river. All right, so this is the main plaza of New Braunfels. This is your cute little, like, people taking video, but come out over parking. But this is your little area where people come and hang out during the day. You have a little courtyard here. The street goes in a big circle around it. It's really cute at Christmas time. But this is the courtyard downtown, your main plaza, and it's just a really cute town, very small. That's the courthouse, one of the oldest buildings in Texas. So really cool area. Okay, so now that you saw a little bit of downtown, I just want to show you on the map, Landa Park is here. Of course, Google always puts Schlitterbahn over it, but this is Landa Park. I mean, it literally takes up a massive portion of downtown New Braunfels. Now, there are other parks throughout New Braunfels, but it is a massive, massive park with lots of things to do right off the river. And then of course you have all of this area over here, which is more water activities. So just wanted to show you what that looks like on a map so you can see just how large it is. And then if we go over here to niche.com, if you're researching a new area, I always suggest this website because it does give pretty accurate information. It is voted as the #3 best place to live in Comal County, but 17 for the whole San Antonio area. So people really love New Braunfels. It's a great area. You do have Comal County Schools is where you're at. As you can see, it's got some other ranking here for best suburbs for young professionals. number 47 out of 420 out of the whole US. So that's, or in Texas, but that's pretty impressive. It's ranked pretty high as far as suburbs in Texas. Lots of people coming to retire in New Braunfels. If that is you, definitely let me know, because there are some pretty cool 55 plus communities in New Braunfels and its surrounding areas that I would love to show you. That's also why it's ranked so high. They know people are coming to retire here, so they do have 55 plus communities, which is great. Crime, of course, you guys do your own research on that. When you're a big city, that just happens. It's pretty diverse. The other thing I want to hit on is schools. It is in Comal County. Schools, they are rated A overall for New Braunfels. There, of course, are some public/charter schools like Basis, the School of Science and Technology. There's lots of different opportunities to go there, but the schools themselves are considered Comal ISD, and they do have some really great rankings. So this is a great resource for you if you wanted to check them out. It is honestly a very family-friendly town. You are right next to, let me come back to your map. You are right next to San Antonio. I know I keep saying that, but I just want to show you. You have Schertz, Cibolo, Live Oak, Universal City right here, and then New Braunfels. So this area is very military because you have Randolph Air Force Base right here. So you have a lot of families and military families in this area. And I have noticed a lot of people willing to commute and living, in this area and commuting to Randolph. But overall, New Braunfels is a great area to raise a family or to retire, either way. And the housing is just exploding. So you have Mayfair. If you haven't watched our video, you definitely want to watch Mayfair. That is a beautiful master plan community coming right over here. So north of New Braunfels, you have Baramendi, which is right over here off 337 and 46. This is a huge, beautiful master plan community. If you come further out on 46, you have tons and tons of neighborhoods. You've got Meyer Ranch, you have Vintage Oaks, you have Waldsanger, you have all kinds of amazing, if you're looking for acreage properties, you want to come out 46 this way towards Bulverde. All of these have some pretty good, you have neighborhoods with regular lot sizes, but then you also have some great neighborhoods with half acre, full acre properties. We haven't really seen any more than 2 unless you bought 2 1-acre lots, which a lot of people have done. Steve and I just helped a family sell their home in Vintage Oaks, and he bought his home on a 1-acre lot, and then he bought the 1 acre beside him and the 1 acre behind him, so nobody could obstruct his beautiful view of the hill country. So he had technically 3 acres. So you can do that. It's a great area to grow. You also have a lot of building coming out this way towards Seguin. That area is really exploding. We haven't really hit on Seguin because it is growing. It's a very small town, but I'm not a big fan of the school district. So we stick to areas that we would feel confident putting our family in. And New Braunfels is a very, very great town, suburb of San Antonio. Lots of things to do. Now, pricing on homes, you can get in anywhere from 300,000 and up to millions, just depends what you're looking for, right? If you're looking for acreage property in Waldsanger, Vintage Oaks, you're going to be closer to the 800K to 2 million. If you are looking for, your standard home, like in Mayfair or Baramendi, or there's a few other neighborhoods that Steve and I go over in New Braunfels, make sure you check them out. You can get in anywhere from 300,000 to 600,000. So New Braunfels has a home for everybody. That's something that I really love about the town, is while it is small, it does accommodate all kinds of price ranges. So great area. If you're not tired of me saying that already, it's a great area. So I hope this was helpful and gave you a good overview of where New Braunfels is in relation to San Antonio. It just has something for everybody. I hit a lot on the park and the outside activities because once you move to Texas, you will understand we do spend a lot of time outside because it's beautiful year round. So something to think on. If you have any questions about New Braunfels or some homes or neighborhoods that you would like more information on, feel free to drop us a message, email us, call us, text us, whatever your form of communication works best for you. Steve and I can accommodate. We would love to work with you and love to help you on your new move into the New Braunfels area. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we will see you guys on the next one.